What's up, everybody? It's Red coming at you from Red's Bushcraft. I don't know if I'm gonna keep the name or not, but I ended up splitting up with my brother on the YouTube thing. We never had time together. He always seemed to be too busy to get out in the woods and do stuff. And me, I'm all about the woods. So yeah. But anyways, so I figured I'd do a quick kit review and channel introduction update type thing. This is kid friendly. This is dog friendly. So yeah, you guys will see 3 dogs running around in probably 80% of my videos. Always causing problems, especially this big jerk right here. Got a 11-month-old, was it German Shepherd, Australian Shepherd, and Husky mix from my wife last year for Christmas. And he's the biggest lover we got, but he's also the most annoying that we have. So, all right, guys, go on now. I'm doing something here. Come on, go. Out, out, out. All right, so, channel introduction. I'm Ron, and I like bushcraft. Woodcraft, bushcraft, the outdoors, hunting, fishing, camping, hiking, you name it. But the one thing about me is I got one arm, so it's weird for some people to see me do videos. But at the same time, if you're down and out and you broke an arm or you hurt your arm somehow, watching my videos might help you in the long run. So yeah, this will be a one-arm guy doing outdoor bushcraft type stuff. But enough of that, let's get to the new kit review. My last kit review I did was on a separate channel, and I was packing everything but the kitchen sink. And right now, I don't do that no more. I do have in my kit 5 5-pound weights that I use to get up to 50 pounds because I'm in training right now to go to the Pathfinder School in May. If you guys haven't heard of the Pathfinder School, it's ran by Dave Canterbury, and it's a really good school down in Ohio. I would definitely check that out. But anyways, back to the kit review. So, the first thing that's always on my person, whether I'm at work, I'm at home, in the city, in the woods, driving, it don't matter. I always have some kind of pocket knife. Now, this is just a basic Kershaw that my wife bought me a 3-pack for Christmas 2 years ago. And this, for some reason, this knife is perfect for me. The blade size, everything. It's just a wonderful knife. It's never let me down. I've pried with it, cut with it, whittled with it. I actually butchered a deer last weekend with this knife. And I'd be lying if I said I didn't use other knives. I had to use a machete to cut the legs off and the head off. But in terms of gutting, skinning, and butchering, this is all I used, was this knife. And it stayed razor sharp, and it's still razor sharp right now. So yeah, I cannot say anything bad about this knife. Next, I keep 6 foot of paracord in the same pocket. Now, the paracord part, to me, when I first started carrying paracord in my pocket, I thought it was kind of stupid, to be honest. A bunch of the people in the community, in the bushcraft community I look up to, do it. So I figured I'd try it. And it turns out that not a day goes by that I don't need or use that paracord for something. It's really quite cool. But yeah, and the other thing I do carry is a lighter with duct tape on it. Now, I did have some cheap duct tape on a different lighter, and it wasn't good at fire starting. It wasn't really good for anything. I did go out and grab some Gorilla duct tape, and I found that it works good for Band-Aids, fire starter, anything you can think of with duct tape. This works. And it's a lighter, so you got flame. So that's always in my pocket. Now, it is wintertime in Wisconsin, so you will always catch me with some kind of hat. I do prefer Carhartt because, well, it works 10 times better to me. So, moving on to the actual kit that I would carry in the woods. Now, keep in mind I have a lot of extras in here because I'm trying to add weight to it 24/7. I did take the weights out for this video, but I do have a lot of extras in here just trying to add weight. So that way when I get down to the Pathfinder School in Ohio in May, instead of, carrying 50 pounds a year, I'm only carrying 25. in my head, it, you know, double it up. So when I get down there, I'm used to hiking with it. So first part of my kit is a belt knife. And this belt knife is really special to me. This is a Woodcrafter from CanteenShop.com. They no longer make this knife. I got it, I think, 10, 15 years ago, something like that. And yeah, full tang, carbon steel, 90-degree spine, so it'll take a ferro rod. It's a really nice knife. Really like this knife. All right, so moving on to the backpack, and I will start the video or end the video with a picture of all the gear laid out. But we will go from, we'll say the outside in, all right? And just so you guys know, I'm in my kitchen right now because it's 20 degrees outside, and I'm not going hunting. I already shot one deer this year. We got a deer from a friend, and I shot one. So I'm not going to go out hunting today. 20 degrees, it's too cold. No. So, top part of my pack, headlight, Walmart, I think it was like 20, 30 bucks. I've heard good and bad about buying, you know, cheaper gear. This headlight has never let me down. I've had it for over 2 years. I replace the batteries every 6 months. It's never let me down. So that is probably the only complaint I have about cheaper gear is 98% of the time I hate cheap gear. For some reason, that one works. Then I keep my compass and my pacing beads together. I can't pronounce this. It's the M2 Pseudo, I think, or something like that. Really good compass. Next up in the kit is a good friend of mine, Dutch Black Feather. I don't know if he wants me to use his name or not, but I'm going to say thank you now because you sent me a care package a couple weeks ago, and it's come in really handy, brother. It really has. So this is a sit pad, kneel pad, you know, stand on it in the morning type pad. It's come in really handy, especially out hunting. I used it last Saturday to sit on because, well, I learned how to sit for 4 or 5 hours at a time, and my ass goes numb. So there's that sit pad. Then, out of all my tools, this is one of my favorites. It's the Bahco Laplander. There is better saws out there, but honestly, I've had this one since 2012, I think. It was when I went down to the Pathfinder School for the first time. And I had this exact one with me, and it's never broke, never let me down. Still razor sharp. Got a carabiner on there because I hook it to my jeans when I'm out around camp. Then, once again, that care package I was just talking about, he sent me a really nice spoon. And this spoon goes with my canteen and cup from the Pathfinder School. Now, I'd be lying if I said that I've always had one because I haven't. I just recently got this. I haven't even put it in the fire yet. But I have been using the canteen every day at work just to see how it holds up. And so far it's looking nice. I'll have to do a cook video on this one here soon. So, and this is my first aid kit. I'm not going to go through it on this video, but it just has a lot of random first aid stuff in it. I am diabetic, so I tend to try to keep certain things with me at all times. Although my diabetes has went down. I actually weighed 250 about 6 months ago, and now I'm down to 200. And my diabetes is almost non-existent now, which is nice. So, first aid kit. And if you'll notice too, most of my kit is based on sleeping because I am paranoid and not good at sleeping in the woods by myself. If I'm with my family or a friend or my son, I got no problem sleeping in the woods. All right. Doesn't really freak me out. But if I'm by myself, I get freaked out when it's dark out in the woods. I won't even lie. So, for my kit, I carry cordage in an orange bag. Multi-purpose, I carry 30 feet of a rapid deployment ridgeline, and then honestly, I carry probably 6 or 7 pieces of paracord that are about 5 to 7 feet long, and it's in an orange one for singling, so that works. Next up is my fire kit. and I will go through this fire kit in a later video. But yeah, it's my fire kit. It's right there on top, ready to go. Now, this is just the case, homemade case, for my poncho I got hanging up behind me. Then I can never pronounce this right, Schmog, I think it's called, something like that. I can't pronounce it. But I got one of these. I actually have 2 of them, but I usually only have 1 in my pack. So this is the part that everybody's kind of like, you know, you're overdoing it a little bit. I have a military spec poncho behind me, and then I have another military spec poncho that I keep in my kit. I keep 2 of them. I'm kind of paranoid like that. So, yeah. All right, and then I have a Whoopee blanket, I believe it's called. Never actually used it, but plan to here soon. So, and hey, no fighting. I have an emergency blanket with, well, you can't really see it. Well, you kind of can here. Paracord hooked up to all 4 corners with a bowline knot at the end, so I can put tent stakes in it and all that jazz. Tent stakes are in the bottom of this. And I do believe that is the, oh, wait, no, it's not. Last in my kit that I carry is extra batteries and food and an orange safety vest. I just feel like it's smart. If you're lost in the woods, you got an orange safety vest. So. And then I got some beef jerky and some batteries for my headlight in there. And that is all I have in this pack as of right now. And there's plenty of room left in this pack to add to it or take away. But like I said, a lot of this stuff I'm carrying just to make more weight, more bulk, just so I can get used to hiking with, you know, more weight on. But yeah, and now I'm going to put it all back, and I will do that on camera so you guys can see how I put it away. So, first thing that I'd like to put away is also one of the first things that I'll take out if I actually need it, is there's a water bladder part in this backpack, and it fits my emergency blanket perfectly. And that way it's out of the way, and it's easy to get to, and it doesn't get clogged up on anything. So I like to put my sleep gear in the bottom, which will be the Whoopee blanket for now. Slide that to one side. Take my tarp, put that to one side. And then usually this one is bundled up the same way this one is, and it would just stack on top. But it's a backdrop because my kitchen is filthy and my wife would kill me if I played it on YouTube. So then goes my bandana, which fits in right next to the Whoopee. And after that goes my fire starter and my cordage. Because remember, my Ridgeline is in my cordage, so I want to keep that on top of the bag. And then there's a small zipper pocket in here, and that's where I always put my food, extra batteries, stuff like that. And there is plenty of room for a pair of pants, a shirt, and a sweater to fit in this back part. There's a lot of room in this pack. So, the next part is the part that I want to be able to get to when it counts. When I'm trying to do something in the woods. So, my saw goes in there. Spoon goes in there. Sit pad goes in there. And my first aid kit all goes in there. Now, on the outside of the pack, I keep my headlight and my compass up top. And then my belt knife, it usually just sits on the table during hunting season. Forgive the shirt, it's my work shirt when I'm around the house. So, lighter and pocket knife go back in the pocket because the video is over. Same thing with the paracord. And the canteen sits on the table because, well, I drink out of it all the time. It's what I've been using as a cup and bottle 24/7. Hat will go over there. And I think I might have actually forgot to mention this one. This is my haversack. It is the Pathfinder haversack. And this goes in the bottom of the pack in case I want to grab something out. You know, I see birch bark or, you know, fire starter or wild edibles, anything like that. I can throw it in there right when I need to. Yeah, so this pack does not weigh very much. I would say 10 pounds, 15 pounds tops right now. If I add the canteen and then the 20 more pounds, then, you know, we're working with something. But I'm not going to put the weights back in right now because it's hunting season. And when I go out, I don't want all that extra weight while I'm out hunting. So, yeah. Alrighty then. If you guys want to see any other videos on my shelter kit, fire kit, first aid kit, let me know. But yeah, this was Red from Red's Bushcraft. You guys have a lovely day.